Good morning. This is George Tkaczuk with RCM Wealth Advisors reporting to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Okay, this morning I want to talk about the equity markets and some plays that we have in the equity markets. The equity markets actually, it is quite possible that we may be emerging out of this 13-year secular bear market. Now, nothing's ever for sure, but what we have is we have the NASDAQ clearing the 3,300 level, some strong volume. We have the S&P above the 1,600 level. If we stay above these levels, we may very well be getting out of this secular bear market that we've been in since 2000. Now, what's also very interesting is the NASDAQ's been lagging the S&P most of the year. However, over this last month, now the NASDAQ has taken a leadership role, and that's exactly historically the kind of leadership you want to see. We've never had a really good rally unless the NASDAQ led. So not only that, we have confirmation from the consumer discretionary sector, the financials, the home builders. We talked about all this the week before, but what's really interesting too is last week we had a little bit of divergence, meaning the Dow transports were a little bit of a downtrend. We saw the same thing going on with the small cap stocks, the Russell 2000. However, Friday, they broke out of this range, they broke out to the upside on the Dow transports and on the Russell 2000. So again, that confirms that we may very well be in a new uptrend. We have all major sectors confirming this. Now, a lot of people will not want to believe this because the NASDAQ still hasn't taken out the 2000 high. However, if you go back way in history and you look at the Great Depression and you look where the Dow was in 1929, and when the new bull market started in 1950, it was still probably about 70 or 100 points below that level. It took about another 5 years to clear the 1929 high. And that's pretty much the way I view this situation now that we have today. If you look at the NASDAQ between 2000 and now, and you look at the Dow between 1929 and 1950. In 1950, we started a new uptrend, a new bull market, and it actually took 5 more years to clear that old high. So the NASDAQ still has some work to do, but it is leading. The S&P cleared its hurdle 1,600. If we stay above these levels, we're probably in a new uptrend. Of course, the market's always tricky. You never want to get too giddy and happy, but this could very well be. Another thing too is most people do not believe this rally, which is why it's another very positive thing. Everyone's saying, oh no, it's May, we're supposed to sell in May and go away. No one's really overly excited, and that's exactly the kind of market you want to see. A few other points people talk about: we haven't had a major correction since the 2009 low, which puts us on a 4-year bull run. Well, that's not exactly true either. We did have a bit of a bear market in August of 2011. So of course, nothing's always perfect, but take things at their value. So again, I'm going to say we're probably going into a new uptrend. Now, I talked about the transportation sector confirming this high, and we have 2 plays in there. Take a look at Alaska Airlines. The symbol is ALK. It's had a huge run up since last summer. It corrected in March, and right now I found support at the 50-day level. And if it can take out that 64, 65 level, somewhere right around there in big volume, that could be a good play. They've had accelerating earnings over the last 3 quarters from about 17%, 39%, 59%. Sales have also accelerated 7%, 8%, 9% over the last 3 quarters. So it can be bought here or wait to take out the high. Along in that same sector, airline space, we also have Spirit Airlines. The symbol is SAVE. It actually broke out last Thursday. Volume followed through on Friday. It's still in the buy zone. I wouldn't chase it past the 28.25 level, but also emerging out of a flat base. So we have these 2 stocks that are worth to play right now. So as always, let price and volume be your guide. Don't get too excited, but of course realize that the point of least resistance appears to be the upside for now. And if we fail on the S&P at the 1,600 level or the NASDAQ 3,300 level, I guess all bets are off. Anyways, have a great trading day. This is George Tkaczuk with RCM Wealth Advisors reporting to you from the CME Group trading floor. Have a great trading day.